Hi, so this is one part of my guitars with Arduinos little mini series. There's a guitar pedal here that you probably already saw, but this part is the more difficult part in my opinion. It's the guitar tuner. Um, Circuit wise, it's not super duper complex. I mean, there's a total of 6 LEDs. Technically, you could use 7 if you wanted to know and dedicate an LED to the high E string, but I don't have enough resistors or LEDs for that. Or I do have, or not enough working LEDs. These ones are dead. So, this is my circuit. These orange wires all connect to these 4 LEDs here, which didn't help figure out what string you're on. Sorry, these 5 LEDs. There's a yellow one there too. Yeah, it helps to know what string you're on. Those are all the orange wires there. This green wire and this green wire are the more important components, which are this green LED, which tells you when you're in pitch, and this button, which helps you switch strings. And these LEDs are what tells you what string you're on. E A G B or E A D G B, and then the high E is when all of these are off because I ran out of LEDs, so I coded it that way. You could also just add another LED on then and then change my code a little bit. But yeah, so it's a guitar tuner. I mean, it tunes, I guess. I can show you it doing that right now, which is what I'm going to do. See, the serial monitor has a bunch of random numbers. That's the frequency of the strings. Or sorry, the frequency of the sound around in general. It's probably picking up on my voice, static maybe, I don't know. So, you can see those numbers are popping up. So I had to calibrate my code to my room and what fundamental frequency was the highest one playing, or like the loudest one playing. So you can see, hold on, I'm gonna strum the low E. A number should just pop up every single time I strum, and that appears to be around 166. Every single time I hit the strings, you'll see random values other than that, but 166 is the value that always was when I hit the string, and I think I had it calibrated to around 160 to 168 or something like that. So you can see, when I press it, the green LED goes on because I'm in tune, which is lovely. If I hit the A string, no green LED. Hit the E string, which is in tune right now, you get the green LED, which is nice. And now if I want to change what string I'm tuning, so blue, the first LED there is for the E string. So now you'll see 2 LEDs are on now, which are both. And this time the yellow one is the furthest along the sequence, which is on, which helps to note that it's the A string being tuned now. So let's see. Oh yeah, A string's in tune. It's just I was hitting my hand funny. Oh, interestingly, it's actually not in tune. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was just my placement of the guitar. You can see I had it too close to my chair, so it was hitting the chair. So it actually was in tune this whole time, and I was just wasting my time. Its frequency I think is 228 or something, late like that, or maybe 230 maybe. So now I've changed it to the D string tuning. So now we're tuning the D string. I think they're all in tune. Maybe the G is not. Yeah, so it's in tune. If I hit the other strings, nothing. Hit the D. Yeah, it's in. I think it was 299 or something around there. Yeah, 300.11. So that's its fundamental. I think I have the ranges within 10 for testing. You can narrow that down if you want a more precise tuner. Bear in mind that it might not be as accurate. So now all of these LEDs are on, so it's just easier when you have them all on instead of just one. So E, A, D, G. So now it's the G string being tuned, which is the most likely to be out of tune. Oh, it's actually in tune. That's wild. I wasn't expecting that. And then now all of these LEDs are on. Now it's the B string being tuned. If I hit any of the other strings, no LED. In fact, even hitting... Oh, no, never mind. There we go. The B string is in tune. And then lastly, the E string. This is the low E. It might trigger it, yeah. The lowest and high string both E. So they have a lot of the same frequencies playing. So low E triggers it, high E also triggers it. As is expected, really, they share a lot of things. They're both E's. So yeah, that's how it works. Now, if one of my strings were out of tune, like let me just detune the G because it's the one that's often out of tune. I was kind of shocked that it was in tune actually. Let me just E, A, D, G. Yeah, there we go. So no green LED is going off. Let me just show you as well. No green LED is going off. Dreadful, shambolic, I don't know, making up words. So let me just tune that up a little bit. Still out. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it's in tune now. So you can see only when I have the correct string selected and that the pitch. Actually, let's just see the number. Oh, sorry, that's the. Yeah, 300, 290, somewhere there. Or sorry, no. Hold on. Let me just. I think I have it as 195. Yeah, 194 is what plays right when the string plays, and I had it within like 6 or 7 to 10 with it for testing purposes. So yeah, it works. If you want to make it more precise, you can change the range that I set out for the frequencies, and you might have to tweak it entirely based on the room you're in. That's the one downside with this type of microphone. You can see it being held down, actually. Let me just show you that. It's being held down by the eraser. Very flimsy little mic. Yeah, so that's how this circuit works. And I mean, I can scroll through the code briefly. So a lot of this I had to learn how to do today. So FFT helps convert analog to digital signals. So like this is an analog sensor, but you can convert it signal to digital, and that helps a lot. You can just read through it. I mean, if there's any question in particular, you can just comment it and I will answer it, really. You can see the button being pressed increases the count by 1 each time, and then based on that, that's the LEDs that go on. Yeah, so then you can see those are my ranges. For G, it was 195 to 203. For B would be the B string. I had a 257 to 249 to 257. I have the other way around there. 330 to 340 for the high E. I had a higher range there. That one actually could be the tightest one. You could probably have it within like 2 or 3 and it would work still. Yeah, and then 160 to 169 for the low E, 220 to 229 for the A. I think I use 9 as my standard range through testing. So yeah, that's how you can do it. You can tweak those values if you'd like, and that's how that works.